I'm here with another video as promised with our daily regular routine on any typical homeschool day. This is what we do every day, and then I'll give you an example of what our daily particular subject change is and then how we manage that. So my toddler's having his breakfast downstairs right now. He's eating cereal. So I thought I'd just quickly come in and show you the setup for him. So we enter through the door, and first I make him sit on this little stool, and we go through the months of the year. He knows them now. He knows them in succession as a song from January to December. But if I was to ask him just yet what this particular month is, or what this is, or what this is, it does tend to confuse him still a bit. So we will be doing this. We will continue to do this for as long as it takes. Then right here we come to the days of the weeks, and he practices those. He knows these. Then I ask him, what letter are we studying this week? And he says it's E. And I'm like, what sound does it make? It's E. Okay. Then we move on to our board. Here we have the little chart, the little paper set up with the words that he has to, or the objects or the animals or whatever we are discussing, the nouns from that letter that week. And this is the first time that I've put a paper here with these drawings that are not colored in already, because I started off with very bright colorful drawings so that would attract him. But this time I'm using, and he's used to this now, right? So now that we've started on it, I am just going to use a lot of these kind of pictures where he will get to color these nouns, these objects himself at the end of the day or at the end of the week, whenever he feels like it. Then we come down to our calendar and we discuss what the past week looked like. And then, for example, these two I fill in, or I let him fill in the following Monday, because Saturday, Sunday is off day. So now today when we're going to come in, he is going to fill in Monday the 14th. And I have this all set up for him over here already. So he's going to fill this part in right here, and then we'll just go over the calendar generally. So after that, I make him sit here on that little stool right there, and we go through. Initially we started, I used to write the numbers down here on the chalkboard, and then we'd study them from here. But now, since my sister-in-law sent him a birthday gift, and that included a number poster, like I showed you guys, so I've just pinned it up here, and then while he's continuing to sit in this corner, we go through our numbers. He knows from 1 to 60. Today we're going to discuss 61 to 70, and then every day we repeat from 1 until whatever we are doing. So he still, for example, sometimes, this is just a little example of what he does wrong. He goes 41, 42, 43, and then 40, 40. I'm like, no, that's 44. So that's just something that it's an ongoing practice as well. Hence this stuff, the calendar, months of the year, days of the week, all of these are on our daily regular study chart. So this is something that he will be practicing on a daily basis, and he will get it eventually. Then we come on to our board. Now I started him off with these kind of words, two-letter words, where it's like b, p. Now all of these are not words, but these are little two-letter words that will form the proper big words, three-letter words, right? For example, if I was to put a C here, it would make the word come, or tom, right? But so he knows his two-letter words, all of them, properly. With all those starting vowel sounds, where the two-letter word starts with a vowel, like us, an, all of these, and am, or n. He knows all of these with en, or et, or an, et, at, and he knows those. But then I just realized something. If I write the word like this, today this is what we're going to start on, like M and A, he does not realize that we read from here, from this side, and we move on here. Well, he says this is m, and then this is a. So a makes ma. No, he says a am. So that's a problem that we ran into recently, and now I'm going to start using the vowels as the second letter. So our second two-letter words are going to constitute with the vowel being the second letter. So we are going to practice more of these. So after we go through that board, we run through our phonics real quick. We run through our phonics real quick over there. Then it is story time or reading time, and then he picks a book. And he is always distracted, always something's going on in his head, but we sit here for about 5 minutes. On a good day, it's 10 minutes. We sit here and we read a book. And so this, for example, I have my folder with me. When we're done with our daily regular, some of these flashcards and things are set up for him downstairs because there's only so much time we can spend upstairs, right? But so as soon as we're done with this routine, the one that I just showed you, we move on to our that day's work. So today we are supposed to do reading, writing from the workbook, and we're supposed to do a couple of puzzles and maze from the workbook. Then we have to do some dry erase writing practice. So for this, I have his set up on the table. So over here, this is his dry erase writing practice work. He has a dry erase board, and we practice on this. We practice our straight lines, and now we've started practicing our alphabet writing on this too. This is a very, very good book from Crayola, and it has all these alphabets. So we practice on here as well, and yeah, I really, really like these dry erase books because this is something that does not waste paper, and you can just reuse them. I really, really like that idea. Okay, so moving on to our reading. So I have the pages that I need to work on for that day set up. It saves time because time is one thing that I never have. So I just run through things. I do not have time to think, oh, what did I decide I was going to work with him last night? What did I think up? No, I just write everything down so I don't have to think for that time when my toddler, who's ready to be distracted, just sitting beside me. I'm like, okay, so we have to do A to D, and that is page number 20. That's page number 2 to 5. So I just open that page up and then we start. So first in this, we go through alphabets. He knows all of his alphabets and the phonics. And when I say flag, what do you think flag starts with? He tells me it's with an F, and then here's the F, and here's the F, and then for small alphabets, this is the F, and this is the F, right? So, so right now we're just verbally discussing this. We're not doing any coloring or anything in it. We'll do that later. He has time to color eventually. So after we go through our alphabets, towards the end of the book, we go through whatever alphabets we discussed earlier. We go through them here as well. Just as a little revision, he does know them, but it's always good to keep your toddler reminded. Then we do these. And I do have to repeat these a couple of times because most of the time he's so distracted that he does it, and then he's distracted and he does it. So it's never really in one good sitting. So I can keep doing this with him over and over again a couple more times. We're probably going to do these two today. And I might erase this and just go over these again. So this is a good book for that. All right, and then the fun part, he loves this. First I'll go through this, the maze. This I really, really like because it will eventually give him more control over his writing and, you know, a little more motor skills. He lacks those enormously right now. See these lines? He tries to stay within the path, but he always tends to, you know, like collide into the edges. Also, he doesn't realize that he's supposed to follow the path just yet. He tends to go for a shortcut. He's like, okay, so if we have to get to the end from the start, why not just go through here? And that's what I'm trying to explain to him. No shortcuts in life, buddy. And then there's more of these mazes. These are really, it's a really good book. Very, very good book. I might just get a couple more of these because you never know if you're gonna find the same thing later. And I have twins, and I'm gonna use the same kind of stuff for them too. And I've thought about laminating them and reusing them, but it's okay. I don't think I'll laminate all of these mazes and pages here too. Yeah, I'll probably just get a couple of more books. I think that would be cheaper as well, instead of laminating all these pages and putting them away for reuse. Yeah, I'll just probably grab another couple of books. Now we really like doing this, and he is actually getting better and better at this. He did all of these by himself. He connects the dots nicely, and at one sitting we do maybe 8 or 6 at least. So you see the ting ting triangle. When he tried this, I mean, he still doesn't realize if there was a dotted line connecting H to I, he would follow it nicely. But when it's when there's nothing in between, the gaps are very they're not very straight. So this is a good thing and fun thing that we do today. So this is all set up for him. And after that, we go downstairs and we will work on our flashcards. So this is our typical day, and this is how we quickly work through our homeschool class. And yeah, and then once we're done, we give about an hour of our time here while the twins are either sleeping, their first morning nap. So we quickly come up here. If they're up and they're not cranky, then I do bring them along as well. And I shut the door so that they can stay within and attack these ducks. Yeah, they took a couple of these off because my daughter is army crawling, and my son, they're both almost 9 months now. So he crawls perfectly, and they've attacked these ducks. They've taken them off a couple of times, and that really upsets my toddler. He's like, baby, no. So, and then we both put them back together. And so it all depends on how the twins are doing. That's how our day goes. Because my toddler is he's cooperating better than I ever expected him to. And he's enjoying his homeschool routine so much that I have to tear him away from this class when we have to go down and start our lunch or anything at all. And I have to sneak up into the classroom when he's busy with something else, because if he follows me up here, it will be hard to take him back down, because he wants to stay here. He likes all this bright setup and everything there is to study and to read, all the numbers and the alphabets. He just loves it. All right, ladies, I will talk to you ladies later. This was a video of our typical homeschool daily regular routine. Thank you. Hope you guys liked it. Bye.